You're listening to The Accidental Exile, stories of cities, strangers, and silence, and the people that we become when we leave too much behind. I'm going to continue with this extract from my book, telling you about The Billionaire. That evening, we were ushered into a lakeside hotel belonging to The Group and sat in one of a succession of saccharine conference rooms to talk about the potential project. At my right-hand side was an operations director, and we discussed the opportunity. A voice deep within me told me that my efforts to build a relationship with him might be futile, as he would sooner or later exit through the revolving door. Yet he is one of an endless number of faces that I have to get on side. I do it anyway, it's part of the job. I see them come and go, and I would go the same way if not for the fact that I am currently useful. Welcome to reality. Shortly after, we were ushered into the aforementioned stadium-sized dining room and seated around a table that was larger than my entire apartment in London. The carpet was a riot of confusing shapes and colours, possibly designed to invoke epilepsy. I lost my sense of location in time and space just walking across it. An array of bewildering-looking dishes revolved around the supersized Lazy Susan, and the operations director directed me on how to eat them. Every meal comes with a set of instructions in China. The chairman provided me with a £2,000 bottle of brandy, which made things easier. He had spotted on a previous visit that I had the predilections and constitution of Keith Richards, and he had made the necessary arrangements. The Chinese never miss a detail when it comes to this sort of thing. They may skip over the fundamentals when it comes to delivering a half-decent brand, but they are highly observant when it comes to matters of social etiquette. I guess I should be grateful that they ply me with enough decent alcohol to numb the deleterious effects on my delicate senses of the shocking carpet in this room. The alcohol flowed and came the time to perform, which is how I found myself in the middle of somewhere with a Chinese billionaire singing a song to me. Specifically to me. Apparently this doesn't happen often, but I assume he detected in me the delicate sensitivities of an artiste and felt comfortable enough to stand up in front of his employees and knock out a classic Chinese love song in the mould of Elvis Presley. For me. He has 10,000 employees. 10 of them have seen him sing karaoke to a white devil. I've seen terrible and wonderful things in my life, but in terms of strangeness, this really beats them all. He's about my age, so he was born not long after the Great Leap Forward. He survived mass starvation and untimely death threatening from all sides. He grew up in a world where a single word could get you killed, where everybody informed on everyone else. He collected taxes for the Communist Party and caught the wave of China's experiment with free market enterprise that has led to this and brought me here. When I say led to this, by this, I mean there is heating, light, food, carpets, existence, as opposed to starving in a rice paddy when the harvest fails. He is the king of Zhoushan, the area south of the river in Hangzhou, one of the most technologically advanced cities on earth. But Zhoushan is the South London of Hangzhou. This guy is a geezer. He's muck and brass. He could be doing business on a yacht off the coast in a setting worthy of a James Bond movie, but he chooses to carry on his life in countless anodyne offices and conference rooms. I can't figure it out. You could have all the art and taste and incredible environments that you want, but still you choose to live like an old Kent Road barrow boy made good. Right, that's it. He's an old Kent Road barrow boy made good. That's why I'm here. That's why he wants me around. I'm here to create a sense of history, of style, elegance and taste. Okay, got it. I'll do that then. No one else is asking, so I might as well. The karaoke performance ends and I have to respond. A quick testimonial statement in which I say how honoured I am to be here, thank you for inviting me, and how we will do great work together. The use of the word together has great meaning. A single word. Modern Chinese culture and business practice may appear rough on the surface sometimes, but there are subtleties, and every word is registered. But now it's my time to perform. Everyone has been momentarily blindsided by the billionaire's communist sudden expression of heartfelt emotion, and All eyes are now on me. I realise in that penetrating moment that no one else at the table knows what to do. It's a challenge. I have to take it. I should respond with something meaningful and maybe personal too. What do you do in a moment like this? I'm still feeling bewildered and raw after the experience of quarantine and the effects of being plunged into this strange and unfamiliar situation. Instinct takes over. The answer comes back quickly. I don't have a phone yet, so I get the soon-to-be exited operations director to dial up a poem. I stand up and recite If by Rudyard Kipling. It shares an idea of Britishness that is appealing to the Chinese, something that a foreign mind might admire in us. It speaks to the others around the table. It seeks to inspire and cajole and set a standard. It fits for now. Never mind that he didn't understand a word of it. Doesn't matter. As I said, the Chinese don't miss a trick. His people were on it straight away, finding translations and murmuring them into his ear. He made a statement of intent, and that was it. Not bad considering I was already loaded on expensive brandy. Keith would be proud of me. That was a bold move, says a friend of mine from back home on a Zoom call later. How so? Well, Kipling was a die-hard imperialist. They might not admire such a figure in China. Oh, how naive of me. I wonder if I'd put my foot in it. But probably not. Even the most sophisticated Chinese don't care much for the transgressions of our past. They haven't forgotten, of course, but in my experience their focus is far less on the past and much more on the future. Their future. It was something I came across repeatedly whilst in China. Yes, we know about everything that was done, but unless it is directly affecting our march towards the golden future, then what does it matter to us? It makes for an interesting comparison and highlights just how much we in the West are burdened by our legacies. We're obsessed with raking over the past as if we somehow must make sense of it, as if it is down to us now to put the seal on it. There's an arrogance in this. We believe that history is over and it is time for us to reflect. In China, there is no time for such introspection. Imagine if the Chinese were to interrogate their past in the same way that we do. What would that do to the collective psyche? I can see why they might want to forget about it and move on. Unshackled by such burdens, there is a sense of momentum in China, the feeling that we are moving forward into the unknown at an exhilarating speed. Sometime after, the billionaire gifted me 2 bottles of shockingly expensive wine in an elaborate leather case, and I was deposited into another black SUV for the long journey home. That was day 1 of my visit. I was to stay for 8 months, captive to a pandemic, baffled, bruised, pushed to the limits of tolerance, creativity, loneliness, and left wondering if the world I had left behind still existed. It took 12 months to even begin to iron out a deal whilst delivering 5 projects. My tenuous grip on reality was already dissolving long before I entered the new, shinier, faster, and stranger reality of China. So this book is not China as it is, but a distorted view of a place from inside a breaking mind. The Accidental Exile is written and read by me, Finley Cowan. If this story spoke to you, subscribe, find more on YouTube and Patreon, and let's keep the conversation unfinished.